spraying at the edges. That is a couple of shut-ups back at her.
After a chaotic summer and a letdown at the US Open, Elena Rybakina is hitting the brakes on her tennis career. She's regretfully pulled out of the Asian swing, citing a back injury. But hold up, things are about to get crazy. An insider has revealed shocking details about her injuries and her breakup with her coach. Is Elena really dealing with an injury? Or is she mentally bouncing back from some serious issues? What's really happening in her life?
Well, I don't want to talk about it too much.
Tennis journalist Sonia Tartakova spilled the tea on Elena, revealing that her injury struggles are tied to her mental state. In an interview on Tennis Bolshoi, Tartakova stated the official reason, back pain, is only part of the story. Elena is reportedly in a complete state of disarray, unable to compete at all. People think her problems are purely physical, but it's much deeper, Tartakova said. She's facing a lot of stress, and it's all psychosomatic. The pressure from her ex-coach, Stefano Vukov, is a huge factor. Despite leading to her success, their relationship was riddled with difficulties and verbal abuse.
Listen, don't talk, Jesus Christ, every time you want to complain about something. My God.
Tartakova also mentioned that it took Elena's parents to finally break this toxic cycle. This situation is intense, and frankly speaking, we're all left wondering how Elena will rise from this. Tennis fans were left stunned as well after that interview and flooded X to share their thoughts. One fan wasn't shocked by the news but sent positive vibes to Elena. Terrible and sadly not surprising. I hope she recovers. This situation must have really taken a toll on her physically, out of these abusive coaches. Another fan chimed in about the mental stress Elena might be facing. That's awful if true. You don't bounce back from that kind of mental strain quickly. Chronic stress takes time to heal. All right, let's hit rewind for a second and break down this dramatic saga surrounding Elena. We need to dive into all the twists and turns to fully understand what's been going on. This Kazakh superstar has been in and out of tournaments in 2024, dealing with a mix of setbacks. After a strong semifinal run at Wimbledon, she had to pull out of the Paris Olympics because of bronchitis. Then she withdrew from the US Open due to a lower back injury right after winning her first match. And just recently, she confirmed she's missing the big Asian tournaments in Wuhan and Beijing because of that pesky back pain. In a heartfelt message to her fans, Elena said, "Due to an ongoing back injury, I regretfully have to withdraw from the upcoming Asian tournaments. My medical team and I have decided it's best to prioritize my health right now." And after that announcement, things got wilder. We got to know from recent reports that there's more to Elena's struggles than just physical injuries. Russian tennis journalist Sofia Tatarkova claimed Elena's issues might be psychosomatic, stemming from emotional stress rather than just physical strain. Now all this brings us to her ex-coach and their fallout. Their split wasn't just dramatic, it rocked the tennis world. Vukov had been Elena's sidekick for 5 years, leading to her greatness, including that epic Wimbledon win in 2022. And by the way, can you remember that bet? He got a tattoo of her name and the date of her victory. But behind the scenes,
because she sees you. Elena, don't worry what you do. Don't answer back right now. Listen to me. Don't talk. Listen to me.
It was a different story. Reports reveal that Elena faced emotional and verbal abuse, turning her once promising journey into a toxic nightmare. Journalist Sofia Tatarkova claims Elena's struggles aren't just physical. They're rooted in the pressure and the insults she's endured. The back issues? That's just the official line, Tatarkova said. But she is now under a lot of stress, and it is all psychosomatic. She is now in a completely disorganized state. She cannot play. We're afraid to say it, but this isn't just about tennis anymore. It's about survival for Elena. All right, guys, before we dive deeper today, we've got something special for you. If you're serious about taking your game to the next level, you've got to check out Coachlife. It's like having your very own personal tennis coach right in your pocket. From perfecting your serve to mastering your backhand, Coachlife hooks you up with elite coaching from the best in the business. Think of getting the same tips and drills that players like Swiatek and Goff use, all from your phone. Coachlife packs over 400 videos in 25 categories, including 27 world-class serve tutorials and access to sports psychologists, nutritionists, and more. You get a 7-day free trial to kickstart your training, so what are you waiting for? Hit the link below, check out Coachlife, and start playing like a pro today. Now, let's dive deeper into the toxic relationship between Elena and her ex-coach, Vukov. Elena's decision to end things raised eyebrows, especially with the split happening just days before the US Open and Vukov already in New York. People were left wondering, how could such a sudden breakup happen right before a major tournament? Hello everyone, after 5 years, Stefano and I are no longer working together, Elena revealed on her Instagram stories. I thank him for his work on court and wish him all the best for the future. Thank you for all your support. This was for sure a game changer for Elena's journeys in tennis. While some were shocked at her decision, others cheered her bold move, pointing to Vukov's notorious behavior and demanding coaching style. His aggressive antics during Elena's 2023 Australian Open semifinals and finals were a hot topic, drawing major criticism. You don't remember that, guys? Let's check again then those bizarre moments. During an intense semifinal match against Victoria Azarenka, the tension skyrocketed when the broadcast caught Stefano Vukov yelling at Rybakina at critical moments. This was no ordinary match. Coaching was allowed for the first time at the Australian Open last year, and Vukov was definitely making his presence known. Elena stumbled at a crucial point, failing to serve out the first set at 5-3, and then finding herself down love 40 at 5-5. That's when Vukov was seen ripping into her, demanding she think. When Fox Sports asked the coach if he needed to tone it down, he fired back saying, "It's easy to just take clips and make something controversial. This is part of our sport. It's normal." Well, tennis great Pam Shriver and former player Marion Bartoli did not find that normal and questioned his treatment of Elena and urged her to find a coach who'd give her the respect she deserves. Fast forward to today, former Belgian star Kim Clijsters was raising eyebrows over the split between Elena and her coach, hinting there's more to the story. I think there are certainly other things to discover. He was at the US Open with accreditation, which is a bit strange. Nobody knows more than maybe some organization members. We'll find out more, but right now, it doesn't smell good. And it's not just Clijsters who was curious. Andy Roddick chimed in, sensing some bad news might be on the way. "There's a sense of bad news coming or bad history coming. I wish I was wrong. It's just conjecture," he said. But Roddick also showered Elena with praise, calling her the best server on the WTA Tour. "She's an elite player when she's ready and focused. I hope she finds her happiness and health on the court soon." Well, sadly, they saw it coming. With public criticism and Tartakova's revelations, it's clear this was a toxic situation. In the end, Elena's family played a key role in her decision to break free because she couldn't escape this vicious cycle on her own. Now, what do you all think about Vukov's coaching style? Is he really as bad as people are saying? As Elena steps away from the tennis courts to heal her back injury, she's also dealing with the emotional fallout from her breakup with Vukov. This Kazakhstani star is feeling the strain of being at the top while facing personal challenges. To add on top, the toll of that toxic environment on her mental health is significant. Tartakova highlights how the stress from an abusive situation has worsened Elena's recent injury struggles. Now, tennis-wise, despite an incredible start to the year with titles in Brisbane, Abu Dhabi, and Stuttgart, the second half of the season has been a rough ride with withdrawals and setbacks. But here's the deal. She's locked in a qualifying spot for the WTA Finals in Riga, and trust us, she's laser-focused on making a massive comeback before the year-end showdown. However, with her back injury keeping her out of the Wuhan and Beijing tournaments, plus the emotional aftermath of Vukov's mistreatment, Elena has a rough road ahead. But this 25-year-old is staying positive. She's grateful for the support from fans and tournament organizers during this challenging time. "My team and I will work on getting me back on the court before the season finale," Rybakina told her fans. Sure, the journey won't be easy, but her choice to distance herself from Vukov could be the first step to healing and regaining her mental and physical strength. As the tennis world waits to see how she tackles these challenges, one thing is certain. Elena's story is just getting started. Will she bounce back and shine at the WTA Finals? Only time will tell, but we're all eager to see her unleash her potential again.